Audible to you, everyone? Can anyone please confirm? Yeah, okay, Janu, thank you. Yeah, fine. Yeah. In the last class, what we have discussed, did anybody remember? If you can recollect what topic we have discussed, can you please tell me what we have discussed on Friday afternoon? On that day, many students were absent on that day, so I suggest them to go through the material which I uploaded in the study material. So it's a map data structure. Yes, map is an interface, and the implemented class of map are, what are the implemented classes of map? Map is implemented by hash map, and hash map is further extended to, if you can really remember the hierarchy, you can answer the question. Hash map is further extended to linked hash map. Very good, Shravya. Exactly. And hash map, map is an interface, of course, and map is extended to which interface? That is the sub interface of map. Sorted map. Very good. And sorted map is implemented by which class? Tree map. Very good. Exactly. Excellent. So, hope you remember. Okay. I strongly suggest other students to refer the study material tab, or else you just refer any material which is available that is map class. Okay. So just be prepared well and be ready. I'll ask any one of the any class randomly, but I will not tell you the exact date and time of when it is going to be. Oral test you'll be having. Okay, right? Just like a viva. Is my voice breaking? Is my voice breaking? A little. Okay. If it is still like that, you just tell me. Okay. Uh, so legacy classes. Today, what we are going to discuss is legacy classes. Clear? Breaking. I'll do one thing. I'll change my network. Just give me a minute. Did I share the screen? No, right? Can you check my voice right now? Yeah, okay. Just a second. Just a second. Okay. Huh. Just have a look at the PPT. Is that fine? Is it visible clearly? Is it visible? Yes? Okay. Okay. So legacy classes. What are legacy classes? Actually, legacy classes are the classes which Java developers were introduced even before collections. Okay, even before collections, suppose if you want to try to add any object, if you want to try to delete any object, remove any object, or do something with the object, then before collections they have introduced some set of classes and interfaces. Those are called legacy classes. Legacy means the ancient, that is the previous classes which are even before what we are thinking of. Okay, so those are called legacy classes, and exactly collection framework is introduced in Java 1.2 version. From Java 1.2 version, we have collection framework. Okay, they have introduced in 1.2 version, and 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 before the classes, whatever the classes we are having, those classes are to be called as legacy classes. Okay, so what are they and how they are, and we will see today. Okay, and say this. So we have several classes and interfaces which allow us to store objects. After adding collection framework for supporting these classes are re-engineered. Re-engineered means they are re-engineered to compatible with the present collections. They now the legacy classes are also now compatible with the collections. That is, whatever the collections now, whatever the things they can do, they can also be done through these legacy classes. That is what re-engineering. Okay, and so classes and interfaces that form the collection framework in older version of Java are known as legacy classes in older version of Java. Okay, uh, all the legacy classes are synchronized. This point you need to remember. Okay, all the legacy classes which we are dealing right now are synchronized. They are synchronized classes. So hope you understand what are legacy classes. Exactly what is legacy class. The classes and interfaces which we have even before the collection framework are known as legacy classes. Okay, understood everyone? Yes. Okay, right. And the list of legacy classes are I'll place control X. I'll place here just a second. Hmm, I'll keep like this. Actually, I want this order. Okay. So the legacy classes are vector, stack, dictionary, hash table, and properties. These are the legacy classes, and the Java util package defines these legacy classes. And that means even legacy classes are also available in which package? Java util package. Okay, even collections are also in util package, and legacy classes are also in util package. So how many classes we are going to deal right now? There are five legacy classes. They are vector, stack, dictionary, hash table, properties. Okay, I'll ask you this question. Just please do remember. Okay, and if you look at the hierarchy of the vector and stack, initially vector and stack, this hierarchy you just remember how the hierarchy actually iterable collections, and from collections list is inherited from, as these are interfaces, and the list is implemented by vector. Okay, list is implemented by vector, and stack is extended from vector. Stack class is extended from vector class. Okay, yeah, Anil. Okay, stack is extended from vector, and these two are implementations of these interfaces, list, collection, and iterable. Yes or no? List interface is implemented even by, already we have discussed, list is implemented by previously what classes we have discussed. If you remember, list interface is implemented by what classes? Linked list. One more, array list. Very good, exactly. Linked list and array list, we have seen some of the examples. Now we are dealing with vector and stack. Even vector also is can be implemented, can implement list interface. Okay, that's what. Now, actually, what is vector? what is vector, what is vector class, and what is the difference between array list and vector. Vector is also a special type of array list. Mostly they are similar. The classes are, yes, it's also a dynamic array. It's also, it can grow its size based on its based on its elements. Whenever there are whenever we are trying to add some more elements, then the vector will be incremented, that the size will be incremented automatically, because it's a dynamic array. And vector is a special type of array list. Of course it is a type of array list, but it is a special type of array list. But the only difference between array list and the vector is, vector is synchronized. I already told you one point, that legacy classes, all the legacy classes are synchronized. synchronized means Synchronized means thread safety. That is, the methods whichever we have in the vector class are synchronized. That is thread safe. Only one thread can execute at one single time, at a particular time. Okay, that is what thread safe. And array list is not synchronized. Array list is not synchronized. Okay, and so can you tell me which one is faster right now in when compared to array list and vector? What you are expecting, which one is faster? Array list, yes or no? As it is not synchronized, as it is doesn't require any lock on the particular method. Okay, so array list when compared to vector, it is fast. Okay, so accessing is fast. And vector having default initial size of 10 bytes. Okay, so it is having 10 initial size of 10 bytes. Okay, please do remember. And constructors of vectors, how many constructors we have? We have four constructors in vector class. Okay, four constructors. What are the four constructors? If you clearly observe, the first constructor is the default constructor. Yes or no? Do you agree with me? The first constructor is default constructor. That is, whenever I use this constructor, what is going to happen? The vector is going to be created with the default size, that is 10. Yes or no? Remember carefully, because we used to have these type of vectors still in the coming classes. That is, in the next classes also we used to discuss these type of constructors. And the second constructor, vector of int size. That is, suppose I don't want to create my vector as with this basic size of default size of 10. I want to create it with 20 or even 5 something. I want to change my size of the vector on my choice. Then which constructor do you have to prefer? The second constructor. Okay. Third one is vector int size incrementar. That is incrementar. You can even specify the incrementar. Incrementar means, that is, I already told you that load factor. Did you remember load factor? Exactly at what class we have discussed the load factor? 0.75, not 72. 75 means 0.75 means 3 by 4. So for every 3 by 4 elements filled, then the vector the particular data structure is going to be incremented. Even here also you can specify this a particular incrementer on your choice. Always the incrementer should be between from 0.0 to 1.0. The incrementer always should be in between 0.0 to 1.0. So you can specify your own choice of incrementer here also. Okay, understood now? Understood everyone? Third constructor, Vector of int size comma incremental. That is the size is your choice and the incremental also your choice. Okay. And vector of collection C. What does it mean? What will you what did you understand by the fourth constructor? I can pass any one of the constructor to the vector. I can pass any type of constructor, whether it is a list, a set, or any type of constructor. I can pass to vector so that that vector is initialized with the specified collection which I passed as a parameter. Okay, whatever the collection I am passing as the parameter, with that elements, this vector is going to be initialized. That is what the meaning of the fourth constructor. Hope you understand all the constructors of this vector class. Guys, did you understand? Everyone? Yes or no? Yeah, okay. And stack. Stack, what we already discussed, stack extends vector class. Stack is the subclass of vector class, which follows last in first out structure. Yes or no? Last in first out. Last in first out. That is what stack, no? Whichever the element is inserted at the last, that would be removed first. That is what LIFO. And the constructor of stack is the only one and only one constructor we have, that is stack of the default constructor only we are having. We don't have any other more constructors. Okay. And the elements of the the methods of the stack are empty method. Okay. That is, we can check the stack is empty or not. And the push method, that is, we can insert. Push means we can insert an element on top of the stack. Pop the element. Pop means remove the element from the top. Peak element, that is, it retrieves the topmost element, top element of your stack. And search, you can search a particular element which can take object as the parameter. Okay, you can even search one of the particular element of your stack, in your stack. Okay. And returns the position. Search returns the position. Okay. Understood now? Yes or no? Yeah. Now, dictionary. Already I told you the third one is dictionary. Dictionary class. Okay. Dictionary class, it's an abstract class. Actually, dictionary class is an abstract class. I cannot implement directly dictionary class. I cannot create instance directly for the dictionary class. But what is the concrete class of this abstract class is hash map. Okay. Sorry, hash table. I'm sorry. Okay. Have a look at this. Dictionary class operates much like map. It's just like a map. Even dictionary also, if you understand even the normal dictionary also, English dictionary, how the dictionary will be? There is a word and you will be having a, a meaning of it. Yes or no? There is a key and there is a value. So key and value together will be maintained as a single entry, even in the dictionary also. Okay, understood? So dictionary class operates just like a map, even it has key and value as an entry. And dictionary class is an abstract class that stores the key value pairs. Okay, yeah, okay. Lexicographically only. Yes, yes. Okay. Next, what are all the methods we have in dictionary class? What are all the methods generally what we have in dictionary class? Okay. Put method. Put method is used for generally in map also. What method we have used? In map also, what method we have used to add any element entry to your map? Put only. Yes or no? Even here also the method is put. And the elements method. Elements method is used to get the value representation in the dictionary. That is, if I use the method elements, it will give you the values of your dictionary. There are keys and values. If I use the method elements, you will be getting the values of your keys. Okay. And get object. That is, if I mentioned any key, if I pass any key to the get method, then it will return the mapped value, the associated value of the key will be returned. Okay. And is empty method, that is whether the dictionary is empty or not. Keys method, and that is, if I use this keys method, the key representation of your dictionary will be retrieved. That is, what are all the keys, you have in the dictionary will be retrieved. And you can have the method remove method also. That is, if I pass any key as a parameter to the remove method, based on the key you can remove one such entry of your dictionary. Okay. And the size method also we have. Okay. Right. Understood? Understood now the methods of dictionary? We will see the programs, don't worry. And hash table. Already I told you, hash table is the implementation, is the concrete class of your dictionary, and also it is just similar to hash map. It's just similar to hash map. Okay. But only one difference. Can you please tell me? At the time of hash map, we have discussed the difference between hash map and hash table. Both are similar. Both are synchronized. Very good, 6W. That is, hash table is synchronized because it is thread safety. Because it is a legacy class, hash table is synchronized, but hash map is not. Okay. And it also maintains key value pairs. And the default size of hash table is 11. The default size of hash table is 11. Okay. Yeah, understood. Okay. The default size is 11. The default size of vector is 10. Very good. Okay, fine. Even here also, hash table also is having 4 type of constructors, just like a vector. Just like the vector, it is also having 4 types of methods. Sorry, constructors. Okay. What is the first one? If I use the first constructor, the constructor will create the hash table with its default size, that is 11. Okay. And the second constructor, if I use the second constructor, the default the size can be of your choice. You can create the hash table of your own choice. Okay. That is what the second constructor. And the third one is you can give your own requirement of size, own choice of size, and also the fill ratio. Fill ratio is also similar to incrementer and also load factor. Yes or no? Fill ratio also must be between 0.0 and 1.0. So by the third constructor of your choice, you can give your own choice, own size, and also fill ratio. And the fourth one, constructor is what I'm passing. Have a look at this. This entire thing is don't worry by looking at this syntax. Actually, you can pass any map to it, any map to this hash table, so that a hash table will be defined with the specified map whichever you passed as a parameter. Okay, understood now? Fourth constructor. Whatever the map, whether you may pass hash map or linked hash map, if you pass any map to the hash table, that hash table will be initialized with the values of, with the entries of the map you specified. Understood, everyone? Yes or no? So far, did you understand, everyone? Yes. Okay, thank you. Next one, properties class. Actually, in the hash table, we can have key as an integer and value as a string, and also key as a string and value also integer, both vice versa. You can have any choice. But in properties, what you have to remember is the only difference between hash table and properties is, I'll tell you the first. Let me tell the first point. Properties extends from hash table. Properties also extends from hash table. Okay, has table class to maintain the list of values. The list has both the key and the value of type string. The list has both key and value of type string. That is, what do you mean by both the strings? Means the value, the key and the value both should be strings here. Okay, sometimes there may be some requirement, the key may be the string, the value may be the string. Then at that time you can use properties. Okay, and this property constructors of properties class are, there are two types of constructors. The first constructor is it creates an empty property list, that is with no default values. That is, actually what are the default values, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you what are the default values. Let me explain the second constructor. Okay, what is the second constructor is properties of some defaults it is taking. That is, suppose uh, through program I'll explain. Okay, through program I'll explain what exactly the default properties. Okay, it create the second constructor, it creates an empty property list with the specified elements. It creates an empty property list with the specified defaults. Okay, I'll tell you, I'll show you through the program. Okay. Okay. So till here we will see the progress, then we will go to arrays class. Okay. Is that fine, guys? Yes or no? Right. Only 41 students joined. Why? The strength is very good in the initial days of Java class. What happened gradually? Why it is lowering day by day? Jahnavi, do you know anything? Any reason? What happened to the students? Actually, there are a difference of more than 20 students. More than 20 students are absenting frequently to the class. Even the strength only for Java, or is it the same for all the subjects of your class? Okay. Okay. Is it the strength same to all the classes or only for Java? Can you please confirm that? All subjects. Because I'm scared of that people are running away from the Java, so that the strength is only less to the Java. Is that true? No, right? Okay. Okay. Hope you can understand, no? Can you able to understand the day by day classes, all the classes, the subject? Yes? Okay, fine. Right. Okay, thank you guys. Let them. Hmm. First one. Look at that. Look at the vector class. First class we want to discuss is vector class. Okay. Have a look at this class. There is a main method. In the main method, what we are doing? What we are doing? We are creating a vector with the specified size and the incrementer. With the specified size and the incrementer. Okay, so what constructor we have used, if you remember? What type of constructor we have used? In the vectors, just now we have discussed, no? 4 types of constructors we have discussed. What type of constructor it is? Third, very good. Very good. Vector of size and incrementer. That is, it's of our choice. I want to create a vector with the size of 3 and the incrementer is 2. Okay, right, very good. Now I'm just printing the size and the capacity. I'm just I'm just printing the size and capacity. And I just add element and add are both will do the same. Add elements also will add the element, and also add method also will add the element to your vector. Okay, and if you observe the third add of 0 comma 4, what does it mean? That is, at 0th index, at 0th index you just add the 4 element 4. So how would be your vector right now? Can you please tell me the elements? Can you please tell me the sequence of elements? 4, 5, 6. Very good. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Next. I just want to print the vector right now. And even I want to even print the capacity of the vector also. Okay. And I want to add the element at 7, add the element 7. So how would your list right now? How would be the list right now? That is, list means vector. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes or no? Right. Very good. And I am printing the capacity. Okay. Uh, and there are some methods, first element, last elements. So with this, what is your first element? First element means what is going to be printed? 4. What is the last element? What is the output of the last element? 7. Very good. V dot contains of 7. What it is going to return? V dot contains method. There is a method contains. So if contains of 7, vector contains 7 is going to be printed. Otherwise not. Okay. Let me execute this one so that you will understand clearly. Okay. Okay. Javak demo. Is it demo? Yes. Demo1.java. Let me open the program first so that you'll understand. I'll resize this so that I can even. Have a look at this, guys. Sorry. Have a look at this. I'll make it somewhat small. Right. Initially, if I print the size is 0. That is, I did not insert any element so far. Yes or no? Here, can you able to see the pointer, mouse pointer, where I am moving? Okay. The size is 0. Initially, the size is 0, and the capacity of the vector is it can store 3 elements. It can store 3 elements. Yes or no? So that the capacity is 3. Understood, everyone? Everyone. Size is different. Capacity is different. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Next time. I just added element 5 and element 6 and added an element at 0th index is 4. So the vector is like 4, 5, 6 as you expected. Next, that is what I printed. Now the capacity is 3. Yes or no? The capacity is 3, and after I added 7. Now, okay, now the elements are 4, 5, 6 as you expected. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. I just printed. Now the capacity is what it got printed? Can you please tell me? Now the capacity is 4 or 5? 4 or 5? 5. Why it is 5? If you clearly observe, Actually, my vector is initialized with only with three elements, three bytes. Yes or no? But what happens is if I add the fourth element, at that point, what is going to happen? 3 plus 2 incrementer. 2 is an incrementer, so 3 plus 2 is 5. Now the capacity is 5. Understood now? That is how the capacity will be incremented whenever you add an element even after the specified size. Okay? Understood everyone? The capacity and the incrementer, how they just changed. Yes or no? Yeah, fine. So the first element, as you expected, that is 4, and the last element is 7. If V contains of 7, that is, if the vector contains 7, this is going to be printed. So by this, whatever the methods you have seen, can you please tell me? Whatever the methods, what you have seen in the vector, size, capacity, add element, add, still more, anything more? First element, last element, contains. So please do remember, because why I am telling you once again means you have to keep them at least in your mind. Some of the methods, of course, nobody can buttify the methods. Only they have to explore, and they have to use them in their application. Okay, right. I'm closing this program. I'll open the second one. Okay, right. This program is about actually some more vector operations we want to discuss in this vector. Okay, this is also related to vector only. Okay, here I am using what I am using, what type of constructor, we are using right now? Default size of constructor. Yes or no? Default constructor. That is, the vector will be created with the default size of 10. Yes, very good. Next, I just added the elements from 5 to 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and the one thing you need to concentrate here is enumeration. Enumeration. What is enumeration? Enumeration is the legacy interface. I just now we have discussed 5 legacy classes, no? Just now we have discussed 5 legacy classes. The legacy interface is enumeration. Actually, the set, the list, everything will be having an iterator. How can we traverse any collection? Through the iterator. But before collections, they have one interface, which is the enumeration. They want to enumerate the elements. Because of the method, elements method. Elements method will return the elements of enumeration type. That is, the iterator will return the elements of iterator type. That is, I can able to iterate the elements. In the same way, elements, I'll show you the method once again so that you will understand clearly. I'll show you the method. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Here also elements method same. Elements method used to get the values representation. Enumerated type of enumeration type of elements. Okay. So now and I am even specifying the type of the enumeration. What type of elements we have? Integer type of elements. So that along with the enumeration, I can even specify the type of the elements. And now, what are all the methods of enumeration right now? Has more elements, next element. Has more elements, next element. What are all the methods we have in the iterator? How will you traverse through iterator? What are all the methods? Has next, and next. Yes or no? Has next, next. And along with these two, you have one more method, that is remove. Okay. So here, what methods you have is has more elements, next element. So remember, enumeration has the methods of has more elements, next element. So if E dot has more elements, what you have to do is I am retrieving one of the element, I am storing that element in the X. Each element I am retrieving one by one. So at first iteration, what element will be retrieved? What element 5. Okay. Now what I am doing is X is equal to X plus 2. X is equal to X plus 2. That is 5 will be incremented to 7. Okay, very good. Now again what I am doing is at the index, initially the index is 0. At index 0, I am setting the same value. That is, at the index 0, the value, now the value is 7. And I am incrementing the index. Okay, for the next iteration, at index 2, the value will be, the next element will be 6. Yes or no? 6 plus 2, 8. At index 2, index 1, 8. Next time, at index 2, it is 9. At index 3, at fourth iteration, at index 3, 8 plus 2, 10. Okay, so that it would be become 7, 8, 9 and 10. Yes or no? So, after that, E dot has more elements will return false because all the elements are over. Yes or no? So that is how the enumeration will enumerate your elements, all the elements. Okay. So at last you are going to print the elements. Understood, everyone? Understood? Iterator is having has next and next methods, and the enumeration is having has more elements and next element. Understood, no? Yeah. Very good, Padmashri and all. So, shall I execute this once? I'll keep this la. Hmm. So, what are the elements right now? 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be incremented to 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's what. Next one. Next one is about stack. Now we are going to dealing with stack. Okay. How stack is going to be work. Already we are aware that stack is which follows the LIFO structure, that is last in first out. Okay. Let me draw the stack first. Maybe this like this I'll draw this stack. Okay. Is that fine? Okay. Initially, what I am pushing into the stack, the element 30. Yes or no? So 30 will be placed here. On top of on top of 30, what I am pushing, that is pushing the element is 20. Okay, this is 20. This is not L. Okay. Next, on top of 20, I am pushing the element is 10 right now. Okay. So if I print, what would be your elements? 30, 20 and 10. Now, I want to pop the element. So which element is to be popped? This is actually the top. Yes or no? This is the top. 10 is going to be out. That is popped out. Okay. Let me erase. Okay. Next one. Next one. Again, I am just printing. Now the elements are 30, 20. Okay, very good. You are a bit forward than me also. Okay, st dot peak. Peak means which element will be retrieved? Peak means peak is 20. Is it 20? Ten. Where is 10 actually? We don't have any 10 no. 72. 10 already removed no. What would be the peak element? You just make an analysis and let me know. Peak is the first element, no? 20 is the first element. Okay, we will see. Okay. Then if I have to search of 40. Do I have search of 40? Peak is top element. Okay, we will see. Okay. Okay, fine. We will see. Don't worry. So search of 40. st dot search of 40. What you will be getting? False. Not false. It's not. I already told you that it is not. The return type is not Boolean. Search method. The return type is not Boolean. It is int. Exactly, Rohit. -1. That is, if I don't have the element, then it returns -1. Okay. Otherwise, what it is going to return? Index, not 1. Index. Suppose it may be the index 0, 1, 2, etc. anything. It returns index. If I don't have the element, then it returns -1. So the return type of search is here int. Okay. Next, I am just enumerating the elements here, right here. So has more elements and enum.to of next element. Okay. So I just kept you in a quite confusing manner. So what is going to be the output? We will see. Okay. Let me do this. Yes. Very good. Very good. So as you expected, the output is just as you expected. So here 30, 20, 10. After popping out of 10, it is 30, 20. And the peak, as you expected, many of you expected that it is 20 because as it is from the top. Okay, it is from the top element. Okay, and after printing the stack again, it is 30 and 20, and that is peak is not for the remove, it just retrieving. Okay, and if I search 40, it is -1. Okay, it is -1. That is 40 we don't have in the stack. So after iteration, we got the elements. Not iteration, after the enumeration, we got the elements of 30 and 20. Okay, is that okay? Fine, right? Yeah, fine. Okay. Now it is hash table. Okay. uh, Hash table is the concrete implementation of dictionary. Okay, and hash table, a normal hash table, that is the default hash table is created. Okay, and Here I am inserting the sections along with their strengths. The key is the section. The value is its strength. Okay, understood? No. So how many entries so far we just added to the hash table? How many entries we just added? Four. Very good. Already answered, no? Yeah, four. And if I print, all the elements will be displayed. Now, there is a method, get method, based on this key, whatever the key I am passing, based on the key, it retrieves the value. Okay? And remove method, remove, based on the key, it is going to remove the particular entry of your hash table. Okay? And after this, already I told you that just like hash map, hash map can be traversed. Yes, 65. Hash map can be can we traverse hash map directly? Can we traverse? No. So what we have to do, even the hash table also, what we have to do is, instead of traversing, we cannot traverse directly. So we have to convert that hash table to a set. What method we need to use? What method? What method you need to use? Entry set. Very good. On this hash table, I need to call the entry set so that it returns a set. It returns a set. On that set, what I am using? I am using the iterator. I can use, no? I can use any iterator on the set. I can use the iterator on the set. So directly, of course, you can print system.out.println. But what exactly the difference is, if you want to do any manipulations, then exactly you have to go through the iterator. Yes or no? You can directly print system.out.println of HT. Like this also you can print. But of course, if you really want to do any manipulations to your hash table, exactly you have to go with the manipulations చేయాలి అంటే మటుకు you have to go with the iterator. Okay, while iterating you can manipulate each and every element. Understood, no, everyone? Only for the printing iterator is not required. Only for the printing you can print directly. Okay, you can print directly. You can use for each at least to print. Okay, but if you want to remove, if you want to do any manipulations, then you have to go with the iterator for sure. Okay, that is what iterate dot next has next equal to what it is going to iterate at each time, what type of elements it is going to iterate. Iterate dot next will return, it has to typecast it to entry, map dot entries, entry type. Okay, exactly. Okay, entry object. Very good. On that object, what we need to call, what we can call in entry, what are the methods we have in entry interface, sub interface of map? Get key and get value. Get key and get value. Okay, until unless you practice, these syntaxes are very much confusing. Of course, you can understand right now, but you will forget easily. Easily you can forget. Without any practice, you cannot remember. Okay, so by today end of the day, that is after that is in your free time, in your leisure time, just spend half an hour time on this map and also these legacy classes. Okay, uh, okay guys, do you want to practice or not? Okay, very good. Until unless, yeah, I already shared till list. So I will share the remaining notes like map, and also I'll check it out, priority queues and all. Did I uploaded or not? I'll check, and I'll even notes are also required. Notes and PPT also. Yeah, sure. I'll share by today end of the day. Okay. Okay, after my FS class, I'll do that for sure. Just go with them, just read, practice. Minimum, if you listen the class clearly, minimum half an hour is enough. Half an hour to 40 minutes is enough to practice your programs. That's it. You can modify only one single program. You just take, apply all the methods in that program itself. Okay, then it would be easy, you know. Hope you find the folder CSCD. There is a separate folder. Actually, the remaining material is common for everybody, but I kept one CSCD folder especially for you guys. Okay, just go with that. Okay. Huh. Here we just printed all these things and okay. Hmm. And get of ITB is 65. I just remove CSCG. That is it retrieved and removed. It retrieved and also removed that element. Okay. That is 60. CSCG is removed and uh, after iteration, what are all the elements are left so far? After G is eliminated, you got F, D, and also ITB. CSEF, D, and also ITB. Okay, no? It doesn't have order. If you clearly observe, it doesn't have any order. Understood now, guys? Everyone? Right. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. The last one, that is the properties class. Last one means last class in properties class. It is not the last program in this class. Okay. Last class in legacy classes, that is properties. As we discussed, properties class maintain key value pairs. Both are of integers, strings. Both are of strings. Okay. Ah. Hmm. I just created the first constructor. What is that? What is this constructor? Is it first constructor or second? First type of constructor. That is default constructor. Okay. Just a second, guys. Just a second. We are discussing right now. Properties. The first constructor we have used, that is default constructor, and how many entries we just added to our properties class? Four classes. That is the key is the state and the value is its capital. Key is its state and the value is its capital. Okay, right. Hmm. After print, I just want to print. Okay, and then get property of Telangana. The method what you have in this properties class, get property, set property you have. So you just remember based on the property class what methods you have. Get property. Get property of Telangana means what you will be getting. What is your output? What would be your output? Hyderabad. Hyderabad only. And suppose I want to change the value of any particular key. Then set property method you have to use. Set property of the key comma value. The key comma value you have to mention. So what you will be getting? What you will be getting? You are getting? You are getting? That is Hyderabad, the complete Hyderabad is going to be replaced with HYD. HYD. Okay, right, very good. Now, if I say get property of AP, what you will be getting? -1. Null, no? Null value, it doesn't have anything. No, no, no. It's not Amaravati, Anil. Because Andhra Pradesh will never be treated with, they are not same. Of course, we'll treat that both are same in real time. Not available, no? Yes. Okay? It's okay. So, after that, already I told you that even this properties also we cannot iterate directly, so that as it is inherited from hash table. Because properties is the subclass of hash table, no? So actually how we are used so far, how to convert that map or hash table to a set? What method we have used so far? What method you have used? Entry set. Yes or no? Entry set method we have used. That is, one complete entry will be iterated. One complete entry will be retrieved. Here, key set I am using, so that it will give you the view of keys. It retrieves the view, the set in terms of keys. Okay, how it is? You just have a look at this. So it returns a set. It returns a set. Okay, that is the name of the set is set data, and it returns object. It returns of type object, that superclass object. Okay, understood? No, superclass object. The keys of type superclass object type. And how I am iterating for each loop? In for each loop, I am using this set data and returns each time one object of your key, and object plus what is your object right now? First one is first iteration. What you will be getting? Can you please tell me? Hello. That is the reason why I just used a key set. Only key. Here, only keys will be retrieved. Yes or no? So at first iteration, what is your object? What is there in OBJ? Telangana. Yes or no? So I just use the Telangana here. That is, I'm concatenating with Telangana is capital is P dot get property of this object. Again, get property of Telangana. What is the property of Telangana? What is its value? What is its value? Hyderabad. Yes or no? So Telangana capital is Hyderabad. Okay, that's how we will be getting. Okay, understood? No, key set. Can you able to understand the difference between key set and entry set? Yes or no? Yes, yes, right? Fine. In entry set, what we will be getting? Map dot entry. That is entry. You can use get key and get value methods. Get key and get value methods. But here, what we can do? We can use the get property method, and only keys will be iterated. Okay, right. And look at this very carefully. This what constructor type we have used right now? What constructor we have used right now? Is it first type or second type? What is that? Second. That is, I just created P1 properties P1 with the default values of P. That is, I just created an empty properties data structure with the default values as the P. Where is the P? Here I just created, no? The elements of the P are these four, no? Yes or no? With these default values, I just created P1 here. Okay. Now listen carefully. I just added P1 dot put of Maharashtra Bombay. That is, I just added one more entry to the P1. P1. Okay. If I print P1, only you will be getting Maharashtra and Bombay. That is only the element I just added to P1 are only one element, only one entry. Okay. Then if I say P1 dot get property of Telangana, what you will be getting? P1 dot get property of Telangana, what you will be getting? Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. P1 dot get property of AP. Null. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. We'll have a look at this. We'll have a look at this, then you'll understand clearly. Ah, uh, let me do this. Okay. So here you can understand, no? Hmm. Initially, after I'm printing P, what I am getting? It is also, is it in any order? Is it in any order? No, it's not. It's also in. It is not. Not even in any order. Like has said. Your hash table. Yes or no? It is not in any order. And if I say get property of, let me close this now. Okay. Right. If I say get property of Telangana, you are getting Telangana, and why it is not okay. Set property of Telangana. Set property of Telangana. HYD actually it has to be printed, no? It has to be printed like HYD. Yes or no? Just a second. Hmm. Ah, actually, what happened, guys? I'll tell you. Hmm. I just inserted one statement. Yes, yes. It returns, yes, exactly. What you are expecting is true. That is, it is returning the previous value and then replaced. Returning and then replaced. If I print once again, what is going to be done? You just have a look. Uh, See that. See, as it returns what value is replaced. Set property returns what value is replaced, and after replacing, if I am trying to print, the replaced value is printed. Yes or no? That's what. Yes, yes, exactly. Very good. Now, if I say get property of AP, it's null. There is no AP key or yes or no. There is no AP key like AP. That so that it is returning null value. After key set using key set, what I am getting is at each iteration it is going to be printed object that is Karnataka. That is as it is doesn't have any order. The same order it is going to be take. Okay. So the same order it is maintained. Karnataka capital is Bangalore, Tamil Nadu is Chennai. Just like that, all the four entries to be iterated, and then Maharashtra Bombay is the output of what? Is the output of what? Output of what? This statement. This statement P1. This statement, no? It is the output of P1. Now, what I am doing, P1 dot get property of Telangana. That is, of course, there is no key in P1, right? I didn't add anything, but as a default value, what it is taking as a default value, the previous it is created along with the previous P. Yes or no? So whenever I am trying to use any key which is not added into the P1, then it will check whether it is there in any default list or not. Okay, understood now? Understood now? It checks whether P1 is having any key. Of course, it is not. Then it will check in the default property which I added to these properties. Understood everyone or not? Then it returns the value of the Telangana. But if I use the key which is not even P1 and it is not even in P, then it is going to give you null. Did everybody understand what I am saying? Of course, I am using the word properties many times. It may be getting confused. Yes or no? P is properties, P1, etc., etc. It is like a redundancy story. Okay. Understood everyone? If you couldn't understand, I'll explain once again. Yes or no? Understood? Padmashira understood. Anil also. Jagadish. Yeah, Shravya. So guys, I'll upload all these things into your test later by today evening for sure. You please go with them. You please practice them today itself. That is what the task I'll be giving to you as a homework. Okay, everyone. So for 45 students were joined. All 45 students have to practice. Okay. Shall we discuss arrays? Arrays class we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, that means in the next class. So with this, I wind up this session. That is, session means only explanation. Let me give you two tasks based on the property class. Properties hash map. Have a look at this, guys. The task today is the first task is longest word you need to find out. Guys, listen very carefully. Unless you listen very carefully, you cannot perform the task. మీరు జాగ్రత్తగా వినకపోతే ఈ టాస్క్ చేయలేరు. టాస్క్ పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్, టాస్క్ గ్రేడ్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ మచ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ యువర్ ల్యాబ్ ఇంటర్నల్ మార్క్స్, బికాస్ you may not have any lab internal. For suppose, I am telling you, for suppose, I am not giving you any assurance, then these daily performance, day to day evaluation performance will be taken as your lab marks. If you miss this, you will be getting very low mark and you may even get 0 marks. So take this very seriously. Lab internal marks will be added to your external marks. So there is a link. So each and every task is equally important for you to get very good marks. That's it. So listen carefully. Actually, the program is about, let me give an enter. About, you need to find the longest word in the sentence using priority queue. Okay, listen carefully. You have to find out what is the longest word in the priority queue. What is your statement? What is your input? Welcome to Keshav Memorial Institute of Technology is your input. Okay. Aithe, indulo what is the longest word? Longest word entity? Technology. Very good. So if I couldn't, if I am not using, ante nenu direct ga priority queue use chesi, ante idanta string kada, idanta string ainappudu నేను ఒక్కొక్క వర్డ్ ని ఐ నీడ్ టు ఇన్సర్ట్ ఇన్ టు ప్రయారిటీ క్యూ. లిజన్ వెరీ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. ఒక్కొక్క వర్డ్ వెల్కమ్ టు కేశవ్ మెమోరియల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ టెక్నాలజీ, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఒక్కొక్కటి నేను ఈచ్ వర్డ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు ఇన్సర్ట్ ఇన్ టు ప్రయారిటీ క్యూ. సో దిస్ కంప్లీట్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ ఇట్ ఇన్ టు వాట్? ఈ కంప్లీట్ స్ట్రింగ్ కూడా నేను ఏం చేయాలి? స్ప్లిట్ చేయాలి. I need to split that complete string. Yes or no? Based on what? దేంతో స్ప్లిట్ చేయాలి? ఎక్కడి వరకు స్ప్లిట్ చేయాలి? Based on the spaces. based on the spaces. Yes or no? So that there is a method here. Look at this. Just look at this. There is a method, split method. మీకు స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ లో ఒక మెథడ్ ఉంది, స్ప్లిట్ అనే మెథడ్. స్ప్లిట్ మెథడ్ ఒక పారామీటర్ తీసుకుంటుంది. ఏం పారామీటర్ అంటే ద డెలిమిటర్, విచ్ ఎవర్ ద డెలిమిటర్ యూ వాంట్ టు పాస్. డెలిమిటర్ అంటే ద సెపరేటర్ బిట్వీన్ యువర్ వర్డ్స్. Maybe suppose if I give any colon in between these two words, then you have to use colon as the delimiter. But here what is the separator in my string? ఈ string లో ఏం separator ఉంది? Space ఉంది. So based on the space, I am splitting that the complete string into, అది స్ప్లిట్ చేశాక ఏమొస్తాయి మీకు? After splitting it, what I'll be getting? నేను స్ప్లిట్ చేశాను. స్ప్లిట్ చేశాక హౌ మెనీ వర్డ్స్ హియర్? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 వర్డ్స్ నేను స్టోర్ చేయాలంటే ఇట్స్ నాట్ లిస్ట్ గైస్. హ్యావ్ ఎ లుక్ ఎట్ దిస్. ఆన్ మై రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్, లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్, వాట్ ఈస్ దేర్? Split returns an array. Array of, I'll keep this. If you confuse, is that okay right now? Split ఎలా, ఆ స్ప్లిట్ మెథడ్ ఎలాంటి రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది? ఇట్ రిటర్న్స్ అండ్ array ఆఫ్ స్ట్రింగ్స్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక array క్రియేట్ అయింది. ఆ arrayలో ఏమున్నాయి? ఇట్స్ ఎ స్ట్రింగ్ array. ఇట్ కంటైన్స్ వెల్కమ్ టు కేశవ్ మెమోరియల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ టెక్నాలజీ. ఓకే, and what I am doing, I already told you each word has to be added to your priority queue. Yes or no? So I'll traverse entire array. I'll traverse entire string array from 0 to array dot length, from 0 to less than array dot length. Okay, from 0 to less than array dot length. Each time pq dot add of array of I. Each time I am going to iterate, I am just want to add it to the priority queue. So all the words will be added to the priority queue. Now, if I return peak, what is going to be happen? If I return peak, guys, priority queue, of course, they are strings. Longest word వచ్చేస్తుందా? Longest word వచ్చేస్తుందా? See, priority queue దేని బేస్ మీద? సపోజ్ అఫ్ కోర్స్ దే ఆర్ స్ట్రింగ్స్. దెర్ ఇస్ నో డౌట్. స్ట్రింగ్స్ ఆటోమేటిక్ గా సార్ట్ చేస్తుంది. సార్ట్ చేస్తే ప్రయారిటీ క్యూ దేని బేస్ మీద స్టార్ట్ చేస్తుంది? లెక్సికోగ్రాఫికల్లీ సార్ట్ చేస్తుంది. అంటే ఫ్రమ్ ఏ టు జెడ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ఇట్స్ ASCII వాల్యూ ఇట్ ఫాలోస్ ది న్యాచురల్ ఆర్డరింగ్. అంటే ఫ్రమ్ ఏ టు జెడ్ యాక్సెస్ చేస్తుంది. అవునా కదా? సో మీకు అలా సార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు యూ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ టెక్నాలజీ ఎట్ ఫస్ట్. Yes or no? No. Obviously. Yes or no? ఏదొస్తుంది ఫస్ట్ యాక్చువల్గా అయితే? విచ్ వన్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లెక్సికోగ్రాఫికల్లీ? ABCDEFGHIJIJK. So institute would be the first element. Yes or no? Institute would be the first element. But I don't want that. Actually నాకు ఎలా ఉండాలి నా సార్టింగ్? బేస్డ్ ఆన్ లెక్సికోగ్రాఫికల్ సార్టింగ్ I don't want. కస్టమైజబుల్ సార్టింగ్ ఐ రిక్వైర్. ఎలా కస్టమైజ్ గా చేయాలి? లాంగెస్ట్ వర్డ్ అంటే ఏంటి? బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద లెంత్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ వర్డ్. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది లెంత్ ఆఫ్ ద వర్డ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు బి సార్టెడ్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను డైరెక్ట్ గా సార్ట్ చేయగలనా? కాబట్టి ఏం యూస్ చేయాలి? నేను కస్టమైజ్ సార్టింగ్ కోసం ఏం యూస్ చేయాలి? ఏ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ యూస్ చేయాలి? కంపారేటర్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? కంపారేటర్ లో ఏం లాజిక్ అప్లై చేయాలి? Comparator will take what type of method you have in comparator? Compare will take how many objects as parameters? 2. S1 and S2. Okay. How I need to compare S1 and S2? ఈ S1 అనే స్ట్రింగ్ ని S2 అనే స్ట్రింగ్ రెండు ఎలా కంపేర్ చేయాలి? హలో, నో. కంపేర్ అనే మెథడ్ కి 2 ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ పాస్ చేయాలి కదా శ్రావ్య. S1 S2 ని కంపేర్ అని ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ రోహిత్, ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ, వెరీ గుడ్, ఎక్సలెంట్. దట్ ఈస్ నేను ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను, ఒక్కొక్క స్ట్రింగ్ కూడా దేని బేస్ మీద అవి కంపేర్ అవ్వాలి? లెంత్ బేస్ మీద. అంటే ఏంటి? S1 డాట్ లెంత్ మేబీ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ ఆర్ లెస్ దాన్ S2 dot length. అలా నేను కంపేర్ చేసుకోవాలి. See, look at this. Have a look at this. Length is a method. Length is a method on strings. Length is an attribute on arrays. Do you know that, everybody? All the 44 students, one student already left, it seems. So right now 44 students I am addressing. Length అనేది మెథడ్, స్ట్రింగ్స్ లో లెంత్ అనేది మెథడ్. హ్యావ్ ఎ లుక్ ఎట్ దిస్. అరేస్ లో లెంత్ అనేది, ఇన్ అరేస్ వాట్ ఈస్ లెంత్? లెంత్ ఈజ్ అన్ నేను హైలైట్ చేసింది కనబడుతుంది కదమ్మా ఎవ్రీబడి? అట్రిబ్యూట్. ఇట్స్ అన్ అట్రిబ్యూట్. ఓకే, అట్రిబ్యూట్ కి బ్రేసెస్ ఉంటాయా, పక్కన బ్రాకెట్స్ ఉంటాయా? నో. Yes or no? That's what. Please do remember that. Please do remember, everybody. Okay. So how I am comparing? Compare method to takes S1 and S2. Okay, fine. Now S1 dot length of is less than S2 dot length. ఇప్పుడు ఎలా సార్ట్ చేయాలి మనకి? అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డరా డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ లో సార్ట్ చేస్తే మనకి లాంగెస్ట్ వర్డ్ వస్తుందా? In which order I need to ascend? I need to sort. ఎందుకంటే పీక్ మెథడ్ ఉంది కదా, పీక్ మెథడ్ ఓన్లీ రిటర్న్స్ ఫస్ట్. డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్, వెరీ గుడ్. సో డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ లో చేసినప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి నేను? ఈ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ కి -1 ఇవ్వాలి. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? S1 డాట్ లెంత్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ S2 డాట్ లెంత్ అయినప్పుడు -1 దేనికి ఇవ్వాలి? గ్రేటర్ దాన్ కి ఇస్తేనే యూ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ ఇన్ డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్. Understood? So that your entire elements will be ordered in descending order. So that what would be the first element of your priority queue? Priority queue లో ఏ ఎలిమెంట్ ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ అవుతుంది? డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ లో చేశాక బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ఇట్స్ లెంత్ ఏదవుతుంది? విచ్ వర్డ్ వుడ్ బి ద ఫస్ట్ వర్డ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ priority queue after descending order? Technology, obviously. Very good. So that after everything, what I'll do? PQ dot peak. Peak. It returns the first element of your priority queue. Okay, understood? And this my comparator, you can rename with length comparator. I can give any name. The class name has any name. Now what I am doing? My comparator, my m by c equal to new my comparator, and I am passing with this. Hope you understand that. The priority queue has to be created along with its comparator logic. Whatever the comparator I am using, that logic, with that logic it has to create it. It has to be created. Ardhamaindamma? Did everyone understand the second statement? Yes or no? Yes. 2 S. Only 2 S's. Okay. At last, I have a test class to test my classes. In the main method, I just created an object for the longest word class, that is this class. Okay. With that object, I just call the find method. Is that fine? This is the find method. Find the length of the method. Okay. Length of the words. Here I have comparator logic. Is that fine, everybody? Can you do that? Yes or no? Ma'am once explained my comparator class, why we are returning -1. Rohit, I'll tell you. Rohit, suppose, okay. First S1 and S2 are, first one is W, next one is T. Yes or no? ఈ 2 strings వెళ్ళి అనుకుందాం. ఈ 2 strings ని first time I'm comparing. Okay, then what is the first ASCII value of W and what is the first ASCII value of T? TUVW. That is, T is lesser than W. Yes or no? Somehow T is something, W may be something. Yes or no? Yes. W is greater than T. అయితే మనకి ఇక్కడ ఎలా అవ్వాలని చెప్పాను? డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ లో అవ్వాలి అని అంటే ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఏది ఉండాలి? టీ ఈజ్ టీ ఉండాలి. ఓకే. ఓకే. దట్ ఈస్ ఫైన్. టెక్నాలజీ ఉండాలి. అయితే ఈ రెండిట్లో ఏది ఫస్ట్ ఉండాలి? వెల్కమ్, వెల్కమ్ అండ్ టు. టీ ఫస్ట్ ఉండాలి. యెస్ ఆర్ నో? టీ ఫస్ట్ ఉండాలన్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడికొచ్చేస్తే సి సపోజ్ యువర్ S1 is, what is your S1? W. S2 is 2. Okay. W is less than T. Is W less than T? No. So it comes to the else part. Yes or no? It comes to the else part. Right. Okay. In else part, W is greater than T. Yes, it is true. Now it returns -1. As it returns -1, actually the comparison logic based on any negative value. Okay. Any negative value. Okay. So as it is -1, it is sorted out. It's sorted out in a descending order. It's sorted out in a descending order. That means T will be first. Yes or no? So T will be that is 2 word will be the first. This would be the first. These two will be interchanged. Yes or no? 2 would be the first and W will become the next. Okay. Again comparison will be taken place from each word with the other words. Each word with the other word. Okay. I hope you understand the sorting technique now. Hope you understand the sorting technique. Sorting ఎలా చేస్తాం మనం? ఒక వర్డ్ తీసుకొని మిగతా అన్ని వర్డ్స్ తో చెక్ చేస్తాం. చేసినప్పుడు ఏదైతే మనకి ఇప్పుడు డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ లో రావాలి కదా, ఏదైతే మనకి ఫస్ట్ బిగ్గెస్ట్ వర్డ్ ఉంటుందో దట్ వుడ్ బి ప్లేస్డ్ ఫస్ట్. Understood? So that after each iteration, I just told you whichever suppose if you want decrement order, you have to give the -1 to that. మీకు ascending order లో రావాలి అంటే ఇక్కడ మీరు -1 ఇవ్వాలి. Yes or no? Because W is greater than T. Understood, Rohit? Did I convey in a right manner or not? Understood, no? TUVW. That means TUVW, that means T is bigger. That is T ASCII value లోంచి W ASCII value తీసేస్తే మనకి పాజిటివ్ వాల్యూ వస్తుందా, నెగటివ్ వాల్యూ వస్తుందా నాన్న? T ASCII వాల్యూ లోంచి TUVW కదా, T ASCII పాజిటివ్ వాల్యూ వస్తుంది. అవునా కాదా? T పాజిటివ్ వాల్యూ వచ్చిందంటే అవి ఏ ఆర్డర్ లో ఉన్నట్టు? ఏ ఆర్డర్ లో ఉన్నట్టు? పాజిటివ్ వాల్యూ వచ్చింది అని అంటే ఎందులో ఉన్నట్టు? డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ లో ఉన్నట్టు. ఓకేనా? కాబట్టి ఆ పాజిటివ్ వాల్యూ వచ్చిన దానికి మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ W ఉందనుకో, ఇక్కడ W ఉందనుకో, ఐ మీన్ TUVW మీన్స్ హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ W అండ్ it is T. Even I got confused. Just let me think once and I'll tell you. TUVW. T is the biggest ASCII value and W is the lowest ASCII value. That is bigger value minus lower value means that is the list is in descending order. Okay. So the list is in descending order. The positive value will be written. So to make it descending, what I have to give is that is here I need to be reversed. I need to make that as reverse. Reverse means whenever it is greater than, Whenever it is greater than, then I need to give -1. Understood, guys? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, fine. I need to discuss one more task actually. Please hold on. I need to discuss one more task. See. Actually, the program is about to extract the name of the employee with the minimum salary using priority queue. There are employees. What you need to return is, you need to return the employee who is having minimum salary. Okay. So how you have to do is, you need to take three employees. You have to take three employees. The input is 3. So that for each iteration, what you need to take from the user is, enter the details of employee 1. You need to give the age, salary, and the name of the employee. Second employee, age, salary, second employee name. Third employee, age, salary, and employee name. Among all these three employees, who is having the lowest salary? Last employee, that is Bhavita, is having the lowest salary. So the output would be Bhavita. Okay, understood now? Understood. So for this reason, what you have to do is, you have to compare between, actually here priority queue requires the customized sorting or not? Priority queue requires salary based, yes or no? On salary based. So you have to get the salary comparator. You need to have the salary comparator. Okay, understood? Salary comparator. So if you have the salary comparator between employee 1 and employee 2, if the salary of the employee, what you require? Minimum salary or maximum salary? Minimum salary or maximum salary? Minimum. So if you actually ascending order, very good. So ascending order కాబట్టి మీకు ఎక్కడ పీక్ అన్నప్పుడు the minimum value will be at the first place or last place? ఫస్ట్ ప్లేస్ లోనే ఉంటుంది. సో అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ లో అసైన్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి, లెస్ దాన్ అయితే యూ హ్యావ్ టు రిటర్న్ -1. whether employee salary is less than employee 2 salary, then you have to return -1. Understood, no? Suppose employee 1 salary is 4,000. Suppose 2,000. Employee 2 salary is 4,000. 2,000 is less than 4,000. Yes, then you have to return -1. Whatever the order you require, for that you have to give -1. Understood, no? Understood, everyone? Rohit, can you observe right now? Rohit? Yeah? Okay, fine. And you can even give like this also. Suppose it is less than, no? Maybe you can give like this. If it is greater than 1, because it would be somewhat else 0, then it would be fine. Okay, you can give like this. That is fine. మీకు ఇక్కడ డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ రావాలనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారు? డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ రావాలనుకోండి, ఎక్కడ -1 ఇస్తారు? యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ -1 హియర్. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. ఓకే, వెరీ గుడ్. ఇక్కడ నాకు మినిమం కావాలి కాబట్టి అక్కడ మినిమం దగ్గర నేను -1 ఇస్తాను. సో దట్ మై లిస్ట్ విల్ బి అరేంజ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ మినిమం టు మాక్సిమం. Okay, that's it. And here what you have to do is, my comparator, you have to pass to the comparator priority queue, and you need to use the scanner class. With that you have to use 3 employees. sc.nextinst means 3 employees you can able to read, and this is age and salary, and this is the name. Okay, and you need to create 3 employees. No, you have to create an array of employees, n, by passing n. An array of employees you have to create. From 1 to n, you have to do all these statements. That is from first employee to the last element, last employee. What you have to ask? Enter the details of employee. You need to take the age from the user, salary from the user, and the name from the user. Okay, and you have to add now then and there itself. PQ dot add of this new employee. Every time some new employee is created, no, by passing the three arguments. What are they? Age, salary, and name. By passing this, so this will call what? This statement will call what? ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఏం కాల్ చేస్తుంది? Constructor. Very good. The constructor which is there in employee class will be called, so that whatever the past data, ఏ డేటా అయితే యూజర్ నుంచి తీసుకుంటున్నామో, that will be assigned to your employee. Okay, understood? No, understood? With that values, you just added to priority queue. Priority queue. Understood, everyone? And at last, what you have to do? At last, the salary, first salary, the minimum salary, you have to take, you have to poll the first employee. Employee ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ, salary లేదు డైరెక్ట్ గా. అండర్స్టూడ్? నో? ఒక్కొక్క యారే ప్రయారిటీ క్యూలో ఒక్కొక్క బాక్స్ లో ఎంప్లాయీ ఉన్నారు. ఆ ఎంప్లాయీ ఫస్ట్ ఎంప్లాయీని తీసుకుంటున్నారు మీరు. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ సాలరీ యూ జస్ట్ సార్టెడ్ ది ఎంప్లాయీస్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ ఇండెక్స్ దగ్గర ఎవరున్నారు? ద ఎంప్లాయీ హూ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ మినిమం సాలరీ. ఆ ఎంప్లాయీ ఎం లో ఉన్నారు. ఓకే, ఆన్ దట్ వాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు రిటర్న్? ఎం డాట్ నేమ్. అర్థమైంది కదమ్మా అందరికి? ప్రయారిటీ క్యూలో డైరెక్ట్ గా సాలరీస్ లేవు. వాట్ యు హ్యావ్ ఇన్స్టెడ్? యు హ్యావ్ priority queue lo what you have in priority queue? Employee objects, not names. Employee objects ఉన్నాయి. yes or no? Here ఏం యాడ్ చేసామమ్మా? న్యూ ఎంప్లాయీ అంటే ఏం యాడ్ చేసాం? ఒక సాలరీ యాడ్ చేసామా? we just added the total employee object to it. ఆ ఎంప్లాయీ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఎవరెవరు ఉన్నారు? ఏమేమి ఎంట్రీస్ ఉన్నాయి? డేటా మెంబర్స్ ఏ ఉంది అంటే ఏజ్ ఉంది, సాలరీ ఉంది, ఎస్ అంటే నేమ్ ఉంది. వాటన్నిటిలోంచి వాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు ప్రింట్? పోల్ అన్నప్పుడు ఏ ఫస్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ వస్తారు? మినిమం సాలరీ ఎవరికైందో ఉందో ఆ ఎంప్లాయీ ఫస్ట్ లో ఉన్నాడు ఎంప్లాయీ ప్రయారిటీ క్యూలో. సో ఆన్ దట్ ఎంప్లాయీ యూ నీడ్ టు రిటర్న్ హిస్ నేమ్. Understood? No? Yes or no? Yes, many people are leaving in between. Okay, I'll give the attendance who just attempted the test. I mean task. Okay, I'll give only to the students who attempted and graded. For them only I'll give the attendance. Okay, I'll just start the task.